Hey guys, it's Democracy in December, the Veracity edition. So thinking about the census and gerrymandering, you might want to rely on polling. But polls may not be reliable anymore. And this is partly because people don't answer their phones. It's partly because narratives are so strong that people will just regurgitate them. But what I learned from Daniel Kahneman on the On Being podcast is that when people make decisions, they usually start from their emotion and then work backwards into rationalizations. So even if you convince them that their rationalizations are wrong, they'll stay with their decision and just come up with something else. There is a way around this, though. If you get them to steel man a different position, if you get them to make a strong, coherent argument for something that they disagree with before they begin the discussion, that can actually open their mind and lead to a state of mind where you can change your mind. And this is one reason why I think Lincoln-Douglas debate is such a helpful thing to study, because when you do high school debate, you have to write arguments, both pro and con, on every issue that you debate. You don't just have to write arguments, you have to actually argue them and try to win. So this, I think, is a really powerful mode for trying to discover what we think, or perhaps trying to understand why we think what we think. But in trying to determine what other people think, how can we know what they will do once they're in the voting booth if the things they tell us prior aren't reliable? When there's nothing binding that's happening, people won't necessarily understand what the decision they'd make when the chips are down. And that's why, people giving their opinions is boring. But by placing a bet on it, you can, quote, make it interesting. And that's also one of the reasons why cryptocurrency is so important, because you can have techniques where you can express information at the same time as you're expressing how much confidence you have in the information. So I hope that made a little bit of sense. Thank you very much for coming to my channel, and I will check back with you guys tomorrow.